What's up guys, Will from Lockdown Sound here today, and today we're going to be talking about teaching your dog to place. So I know all of our training videos have been outside so far, but honestly it's been getting really big gusts of winds out of nowhere, and I know that'd be hard to hear, so we're shooting this one indoors today. So I've just got his dog stand set up in the corner. Little tip for you guys so you don't mess up like I did when I first started training Mozzie here. Hold. Put your dog stand either outside and step on the legs so that it's in the ground and it doesn't teeter-totter, or put it in a corner like this, because when your dog's too excited and he's first learning, he might jump on it and then tip it over like an ass over tea kettle, and you don't want that because then your dog's going to be scared of it for a while. So it being in the corner helps them kind of get used to it and stuff like that, and learn to get on it without teeter-tottering it. So Mozzie, place. He's coming. Shakes the camera as he walks by. Jesus. Sit. So we're going to be talking today, about how to teach your dog to place. Now this is something that you're going to want to start to teach them after they've learned how to sit and after they've learned how to stay or hold, whatever command you're using. I use hold. For my hand commands, as you guys know, I use this for sit and then closed fist for hold, and he gets that down pretty well. Place for me is point. So if I'm indoors, hey, sit. Good. Hold. So if I'm indoors, his dog stand's always in the house right here. We put him on it. The biggest tip I have is we put him on his dog stand every time he gets food. So we started with an ottoman. Let me restart and start from the beginning. We started just with an ottoman. We didn't have a dog stand like this. If you've got one, start using your dog stand. But basically what we would do is hold, is we would tell him place, and we'd point to where we want him to go. And we'd keep doing it until he jumped to, or sat where we wanted him to go, or jumped on what we wanted him to jump on. And then once we got the dog stand, it's set in the corner here. Their food bowls are right next to them. I don't think they're in the shop, but you guys might be able to see the dog's food bowls here. So basically what we do is we tell him to place, and we just keep saying place every maybe 10 seconds. Do it, and then just sit there and look at them, and you'll see them start to work through what you want them to do. You'll see them start to try different things. They'll sit probably, they might lay, they might stay, they might bark. They're trying to figure out what you want. And eventually, they'll get up there, and you'll use your clicker for good, or you'll give them a treat, whatever you're doing. And that's going to tell them good job. And eventually, they're going to get, when you say place and you point somewhere, that's where you want me to go. Or for me, place is his dog stand pretty much no matter what now. So wherever his dog stand is, I can be upstairs in the house, and if I tell him to place, he's going to run down here and get on his dog stand, which I really like that way, because if I'm hunting, his dog stand's going to be with me. But what you're going to want to do, after they know the sit and hold, because that's part of this whole command, is, all right, Mozzie, break. Mozzie, break. Break. Good boy. So, I don't know where the camera shot is right now. He's apparently wanting to show off for the camera, and he knows to get onto the dog stand. Mozzie. Good boy. So the biggest tip I have, like I said, is during the feeding time. So when we get his food and bowl out, he automatically goes right here and sits up here until we get his food bowl. And we tell him to break is his code word, to get down, to, you can move, you can get out of the hold essentially. So point and say place, and then they're going to hop up there. And that's when you reward them. You can kind of tell them to get down, or wait till they get bored enough to get down. And then that's when you're going to reset and do it again. You're going to want to do it a few times and then take a break for an hour, and then do it a few more times and then break for an hour. But the real trick comes from when it's feeding time. Tell them to place, and when they get up there, give them a treat. Tell them good boy, give them the praise and lovin's and all that. And then go and get their food, and tell them to hold, or sit and hold, whatever you prefer. And then go get your food. Start getting their food ready. Good boy. And while you're getting their food ready, they're going to want to jump down. And then that's when you reset, you come back and you tell them to sit, place, and then you tell them to hold, and then you start going to get their food around again. We use scoops, and we scoop it in their bowl. And essentially, I'll even show you guys right here. There's another dog over here, so I'm going to feed him on this side, but the entire time, you guys are going to see him sitting there while he places and while I get his food ready. You're probably going to see him stand up and then sit back down, but we'll see. All right? Hold. Food bowls. So see, he knows his food's coming. He knows it's here, and he's not even gonna get down when I put it on the ground. So I don't think you guys can see the ground in the corner, but that's where I'll put it. His food's gonna go right there, and I'm gonna be able to give him his code word to get down, but I'm gonna mix it up. Ready? Blue, breakfast, bongos, brownies, break. And see, when I say break, he knows when to get down, and that's the key to a good duck dog right there. Now you just get to see his ass. But anyways, you doing it while you're feeding him is going to be the best way to do it, because not only are they going to get the little reward treats from going up there every single time, but they're also going to learn, okay, I have to stay here until they give me the word, or I'm not going to get dinner. That's the best way to show them. And obviously we use treats all the time when we train them. That's how we do it. It is one of the most important commands for a duck dog to know. You know, when you're in the duck blind, you want them to be able to sit in one place and stay and hold when there's birds coming. So it's definitely a command that they got to know. It's one that you got to be able to teach them. And that's really the biggest tip that I wanted to sit in for this video and tell you guys is do it while you're feeding them. It is the field-proven way to teach a dog to place the best way. And you can do this on an ottoman, you can do this on a couch. You can put, my old dog, we had a blanket on the ground, and he would just go lay on the blanket. You know, it's that simple. You don't have to have a fancy dog stand like this. Shout out to Outside Doors for this one here. But it's one of the most important commands that a duck dog's got to know. And that's really all the tips and tricks I have for you guys. Give them a treat every time. If they're not getting it right away, and you have to pick them up and put them where you need them, or you have to guide them with the treat to where you need them to go and then tell them good job, do that. And this is a hard one to show in a video for you guys because this is probably the command he does best. Even at 9 months old last year, duck hunting in the flooded corn, he was able to sit on the dog stand for 5-6 hours straight and not move. It's just the command he's gotten perfect. So it's kind of hard to show you guys the tips and tricks because he's doing it so well. He's about 1 year and 3 months right now, but you guys get the point. Those are kind of all the tips and tricks I have for you guys today. So let me know down in the comments what you guys do to teach your dog to place and to hold, and hopefully this works out for you guys.